Hello, hello. Let me check my audio first, okay? Then we'll start. Mm-hmm. Close this and connect my headphones to my phone. Second, what's this? I will disconnect it from my Mac, okay? Everything is good and we can start working, okay? Mm-hmm. We change some settings first, okay? Mm-hmm. Composition, preview, appearance. I'll go with the light one for this live stream. Go through settings, grids. And in cache I will check my storage first, okay? So and if you are new to this channel, to subscribe and like the stream so it can reach out to more new people. We have almost 40 GB. Let's clear cache data, which is around 44.6 GB. Let me just switch to our dark appearance, okay, since the layer color is not suitable for the white UI. And this is the animation that we created in yesterday's live stream. If you haven't watched this, here's a quick preview. And here's the reference video that we are recreating on this live stream, okay? In today's live stream, we will make this transition, okay? And we'll try to finish this animation till here. And I will close that. Now let's start working on this transition. And like this. It's rotating in 3D space. And I will open position, rotation, and go here on keyframes. And I will move this keyframe to the end of this layer like this. So it's going 560 in z direction, so I will do opposite of that on this layer. Add a position keyframe, add a second keyframe, And here set 540, come like this, and I will double this like this, and it will look something like this. Okay, let's apply a graph. This will set value of 7 here and count 10. Okay, this is 10 frames. Do the same here, 10 frames, and like this. In the original video, it's coming like this with the rotation. Okay, so let's replicate that here. Is C removing from this, add elastic from motion tools to set value to 40, 80, and let's check. It's too much, so let's set it to around 10. This, and I play this reference video here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, this hit F9. It's rotating too much, so set this to 60. Frequency will be 20 and this will be 5. It's not looking the exact same as original. To match that, let's try this values. We'll go 14 frames forward here. Let's play this. If we remove this easing completely, it will look something like this. Let's play with keyframes, okay? One, two, three, and I will set this keyframe duration to something like this. This, and let's play with the size, okay? We'll go into properties panel and lock the dimensions, and the first keyframe and set this to half of the original size. Okay, divided by 2, and we will apply some easings like this. 1 2, and I will take this keyframe to here. Okay, like this, and let's go to the last keyframe, move 7 frames back, 14 frames back, and here I will add a scale keyframe here, and I'll set this to 10. We'll hit F9. This and this, and I will apply elastic, the value of 5, something like this. Go to the first keyframe, move 7 frames here, move 3 back, 1 2 3 4, or maybe from here. I'll place them here. Go to motion tools to set these values, and select these 3 layers and sequence them out. Okay, let's change it to 1 and sequence. Let's set it to 2. Go to the first layer, undo this, add a opacity. Okay, 1 2, add a keyframe. Go to the first keyframe, set it to 0, open only opacity keyframes, hit F9, and then close all the keyframes, select these 3 layers, motion tools to sequence, and it'll look something like this. Now sequence them again. Something like this. Okay, place them here. It'll look something like this. It's not like original, but yeah. We used text animator for the drag and drop file text layer and upload video text layer. Okay, but we are not using that. We are just animating the scale of them. If you want to animate them, you can, but I'm not gonna animate them with the animator. Okay, just gonna animate them normally. Then a hand cursor comes in, scale this down, the photo disappear, box scale down, arrow animate, And yeah, let's start. Okay, for that we gonna need Figma, and in After Effects I will open that import comp here. Okay, then go to window extension in AUX, place that panel there, go to Figma, and these are the icons that we have used yesterday to create that box and upload box. Okay, now I'll open Iconify, and instead of that we'll go to home page, community, and Apple cursor. Okay, here is the okay, this one have this cursor that we need. We'll open this Figma file and copy this into my workspace or design file, whatever you say. Right click, detach instance, whatever you call it. Okay, don't know the name. Then ungroup, then dock the dimensions and scale this up to 200 like this, and right click, frame selection, right click, plugin, development, AUX, and send to E. Now I will select all this layers, go to motion tools too, and click on merge. Okay, and then I will close this AUX panel. I'll name it hand icon, and okay, I'll just name it hand, and click on this color and set it to blue. Copy this, go to our TP composition, paste that here, and I'll close this footage, and let's close these panels, plus and all stuff, and I will reset this. Now let's open keyframes of these layers. Okay, I'll hit you. So last keyframe is here. Remove 7 frames forward. I'll delete this reference and drag our hand above this elastic null. Let's align it into the center of the composition like this, and I'll scale this down a little bit to like around 60. 60 will work fine. I will center, go to motion tools, add a null, the position keyframe, move this out of the frame. Okay, I'll turn on my grid and on this out somewhere around here, go around 14 frames forward, 1 2, or let's go with 21 frames. We'll reduce them later. And on the second keyframe, go to align panel, center this out like this, hit Z on your keyboard, click on this point and create a path something like this, and move this somewhere around here. Okay, and I'll right click, something like this, and go to motion tools too, set value of 40 70, 40 and 70, and let's check the result. Okay, it's way too fast, so go to rich here, set value of 60 here. Now this keyframe here, go to motion tools too, apply the same easing, 40 70, and play. and let's change it to 2090, I guess. We'll track the original video on the timeline, and it's coming from here. The video is disappearing from here, so add a marker here, and cursor is disappearing from here. We'll add another marker there, do city and delete. Delete this, turn off this, let's play. Open position and the graph something like this. If I go to graph editor, it will look something like this. Let's play. Okay, and one frame back here. We'll put this keyframe here, and let's do somewhere around here. I'll change this path a little bit, and this keyframe here. Apply easing. It again. Okay. This going normally, then scaling down from here. So let's set value of 30 in rich. 30 frame here. This. Then scaling down from here. We'll add a null, another null, okay. Or we can add scale here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll turn this off, set scale to like 40. Hit F9. This. Turn on this. And copy paste this keyframe. Add a null layer. Position hue and keyframe somewhere at the end. Turn on this, move this out. This, hit F9. Okay, then from here, add opacity keyframe, go to the end, set value to 0 and F9. Like this. and hit S, and let's zoom in a little bit. So a square box with an image and a text layer with the file name. Let's hide this and apply some rotation. And shift R, rotation around like -9. And this will be like -18. Looks clean. Thanks, buddy. Oh, we are just recreating, so yeah. And we will go to the second null, open rotation on it, and I will hit U to open keyframes. At a rotation keyframe, go to the end, and we will set it to somewhere like +6 or +18. Okay, something like this. We'll hit F9. Okay, so +18 is too much. Let's reduce it to somewhere around 14 or 12. That's for 13. Okay, start 3 from F9, and I will go with value of 7, I guess, because 13 is too much. Okay, this one is looking good. Let's play the full preview. Okay, we're gonna add a file box with image and text layer like the original video, like this. Okay, for that I will go to import, and here I will import our cat emoji, our file photo, whatever you call it. Then we'll select this, and or I can create a placeholder, new composition, name it placeholder. Okay, and set width to 1080 by 1080. Hit OK. Drag our photo here, control fit to screen, and create a shape layer like this. Add some rounded corners, then use it as a mask. Okay, what's happening? It's I'm doing something wrong, I guess. What's wrong? Oh, wait. Hmm. Oh, wait. There is no fill color in it. That's why. Okay, now it's working 120. And I will go to 10p composition. Turn off this and drag that here. Adjust to 65. And we'll type some text with the same cat image dot jpg. Okay, let's set color to black. And I'll move this down. Let's solo these layers. Move this up, move this down. Center the anchor point. And let's set this to 112 or 92. And let's add some spacing like 42 or 24. This, then I will connect this text layer to this placeholder and move this placeholder and text below that hand layer. Okay, and I will trim them here. Control Shift D and delete this part. Okay, then let's add a null object and scale this down and remove the solo so you can see how much scale we need. Then I'll move this down. And 20 will work fine. 24. Okay, then we can link this null with this null, and let's see. Okay, so it's working perfectly. Just have to move this under this hand like this, and then we can play with the rotation. Okay, so add a rotation keyframe to the second keyframe, just here the rotation, this, and hit F9. And let's add a opacity keyframes on this layers. Oh, add a keyframe, go to second keyframe and set it to 0. Select this keyframe, hit F9 and Perfect. Now let's move on to our last animation. But before that, as soon as this scale down, it will react. How to make it react with the scale. Okay, let's do that first, then we'll move on to the last animation. So here, select this panel, add a scale keyframe, go to the second keyframe, to the middle keyframe and set this to around 95, I guess, or 90. Hit F9, add elastic and set value to 10. Let's scale this more down to like 70. Go to rich and apply this graph. Okay, then I will hit B. Let's move this keyframe forward a little bit, somewhere like here. Hit F9. Let's set this frequency to around 30. Okay, and this to 5. Like this. Then we're gonna animate this part like this. Okay, so it will go less in height and bounce back this. And if you are new to this channel, do subscribe and like this live stream. It can reach out to more people. And yeah, and do check out my Instagram. Okay, now let's animate this. For that we have to extract this into two parts. First one will be the arrow and second one will be this plate type of thing. For that we'll use this motion tools too, and we'll get something like this. Now we can't extract further than this because it's a one vector. Okay, the original vector layer that we have selected is in one single piece, not two like we want. Okay, so for that we have to duplicate this we'll name it plate, or we'll name it base, and this one to arrow. Okay, then I will delete the original icon too, or we'll just turn off the visibility of it. Then in here I'll just select the arrow layer first, double click on it, and let's try to delete some points from here. Okay, like this, and we get our arrow on a separate layer. Then on the base layer, double click, then select this arrow points and delete them like this. Let's double click. Let's zoom a little bit. And let's try to delete them. And yeah, now we have our base separated and arrow separated. Okay, on a different layer. This, let's link them with B3. And on arrow layer we messed up. Yes, there's no arrow visible. To fix that, just we're just gonna use our original and extract. Okay, or we can just duplicate it, turn on the visibility, move this up. Let's go to here, and from here I will duplicate this, extract, and rename it to arrow. Double click on it, double click. Okay, this, select these points, delete, 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 and delete. Not like that. Zoom a little bit, and from here click this. It's not working properly, bro. It's rating. Whoa, like arrow. Okay, now we have our arrow here. Copy this, go to the 1080p comp, paste that here, and let's make it 3D. And we'll scale this down a little bit to like 60. Let's align this into the center and move this down a little bit. This, I have to copy paste some keyframes also. Let's do that first. So copy this and paste that here. Like this. Select this arrow layer, go to motion tools 2 and move the anchor point to the bottom of this layer. Okay, and same with this space. Go here and let's animate the scale. Okay, add a keyframe, go to the second keyframe, and we're gonna use fast and stretch. This will be like 30 and this will be 90. And this will be 40 and this will be 80. The second keyframe back to the normal size, which is 60 and we'll hit F9. Copy this keyframes graph, hit and is move this little bit forward. This because now let's add rotation. Now this will be linked to the space and we're gonna animate the space only. Okay, keyframe like this. That's looking good. Now we can add some elastic on this too, on rotation. This and let's switch to our second last animation. Okay, and also so disappear. Let's turn on this. So 10, 20, 30. Everything will be scaled down. So let's add a adjustment layer. This is here, transform effect. Go to here. Control 0T, move this down here and add a scale and opacity. And here add a scale and opacity. Now this one frame back, turn off this video. Just scale this down to somewhere like 40 and opacity to 0. And I graph something like this. This will be 70 and 40, I guess. What if we set this to this graph? This. Now let's play the full preview, and then we'll start working on the last animation. The scale, I will add some, increase the elastic. One, two, three. Let's start our last animation. Okay, so the last animation goes like this. The 100 here, and then up. The second marker here. I'll add an adjustment layer on this here. Control Shift and delete this part here and transform. Okay, I will add a opacity and scale keyframe on this. Set the scale to 110 and opacity to 0. Increase the scale to 120. This to 100 and opacity to 100. Over here, select keyframes, go to motion tools 2 and apply zinc like this. This, and I will trim this arrow layer, I guess. Yes. Turn this off. Go to stroke and to reach 100% on this marker. Okay, open the drop down and let's change this offset to 120 minus 120. Okay, we'll create a text layer, add 0 on it. Here, go to window, drop down, and I will open my TypeScript. Okay, and here we have our number counter. Go to symbols and we'll start with 0, and on here I will set it to 100. Okay, on the first keyframe it will be 0, then 100%. Select this and symbol of percentage. go to font and let's set it to bold, and I guess color to white, like this. Go to motion tools too, anchor point in the center, and this will be linked to the stroke one. Then we'll reduce font size to somewhere 78. Anchor point again in center. We'll relink this like this. And again. Wait, how I executed this one? Okay, so his font size too small, our one is little bit big. That's why it's looking weird. Go here and set this to 58, okay? Now it's fixed. And we'll copy this graph and apply that onto our number counter. Like that. And I blurred the image. And I will add some fast box blur on this image. That's 10. Or 10, okay. And we'll turn on our adjustment layer, move this up. And let's copy the text uploading. Please don't lock your screen, I guess. He used everything 3D, okay. If we zoom in a little bit, as you can see, this icon is 3D, the text is 3D, but I'm not gonna use 3D here, okay. I will use the basic ones like we did for this in transition with the adjustment layer like this. I'll play with the scale, okay. So let's type uploading, set color to black, duplicate this layer, move this down, please don't lock your screen. Select all this, go to regular, and that's it. Because I'm 2D. Right. And go like this. Align pro, and turn off this. Move this up. And move this adjustment layer on top of all the layers. Control S and this grid. Grid by 4. And this layer this up, divided by 1.6. Select and like this. अरे भाई ऑफिस के पीछे में स्ट्रीम number counter, set keyframes and stroke animation. This and motion tools, take this, scale, move sound frames forward, keyframe, go to first frame and 110. Select this and alt click an elastic, set this to 10. We're gonna duplicate this mask. Okay, then turn it on, turn off this and set fill to 93. So here and open opacity, set it to 0, 1, 2, 3 or to 1, 2 and keyframe set it to 100, F9, then go to motion tools 2, offset by 3, this, save, and let's stream this. And create our last animation. Up and that's it. For that I'm just going to use this 1, 2, 3. and position and opacity keyframe. X and Y, this will move up this, and this one to 0. This, and at the end text will comes in, which is you are done. Now I will replace it with my name. Say SF Pro rounded, I guess. '92 and semi bold. This, then motion 4, text break. This, delete this. The position keyframe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Add a keyframe, go to the first keyframe, move this down 1, 2, 3. And this keyframe, go to scale, add a keyframe. Move anchor point to the bottom, move 10, 1, 2, 3. A keyframe 1, 1, 2, 3. A keyframe, then go to the center keyframe and check this just to 110 and this to 90. Select this, go to 90, and on the first keyframe this will be 90, 90, 110 and 110. Set this keyframe, hit F9. U position keyframes, move them 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and opacity keyframe, add a keyframe, set this to 0, go to the second keyframe and set this to 100%. Then open opacity, set keyframe, hit F9 and select this both layers and sequence them. Yes. And then we'll open scale and position and hide transparency and alt click and set this to 10. Go to the second keyframe, and for that let's remove the sequence. The motion tools, open position, go to the first keyframe and move this down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and let's sequence them again like this, and I will move them this. And on the opacity, set it to 1. Okay, let's remove the sequence again. One opacity, 1, 2, 3. Move this keyframe like this. Hit F9. Select these layers and sequence them. Now our project is done, and that's it for today's live stream. I'll see you in the next one, and bye bye, and don't forget to subscribe. Okay, see you.